This morning, I want to talk to all of you about having a winning mindset.
Yeah.
I think this is a very necessary thing to keep in the forefront of our mind. It's something that I constantly try to pour back into myself by consuming content from other people. It just helps get your mind in the right place, right? And I think sometimes it helps to have, other people get up here and talk. So next week, Stephen is talk. I'm just kidding. So on having a winning mindset, I was doing a lot of thought, and there's probably a ton of different things that you could put into, into going into having a winning mindset. You come up with a lot of different things, but I wanted to come up with a few that I think are very important, especially related to like being in an office like this. What is really going to help everybody do better, focusing on themselves, because we used to have this. Have y'all ever heard the strength of a pack is in a wolf, the strength of the wolf is in the pack? You ever heard that? So as an office or as a group of people working together, we are a pack. We're a wolf pack, like Zach Galifianakis is wolf pack. So after this is over, we're all going to cut ourselves and bleed together and become blood brothers, okay? So I hope you guys are ready for that. I have a dull knife for it. But the strength of that really, for real, is in the individual person, and we're only as strong as our weakest link. And so I want everyone to have an individual winning mindset so that we can all do better. So there's three things that an individual in an office like this has to do to have a winning mindset and not drag down, the group, okay? Number one that I think is being completely honest with yourself, honest with everyone in here, and I like to think that, in here, I'm very, very open and honest, probably too honest, but everybody can come to me when there's a problem, and just because I don't snap my fingers and fix it doesn't mean that it's not being heard, and as much as possible is being done to solve it, okay? Also, the problems are probably not that big of a deal, but we work through all of those together. But having a very honest office is very, very helpful. And so each individual person being honest will help them have that winning mindset. It's what gets them towards what's best for them as well, okay, is being honest, okay, with themselves, with everyone. Number two is that when you are struggling with something, explore internal factors. Explore what can I do better to make this before you blame it on someone else. The mindset of a loser is to always look at my leads aren't good enough, or the phone's just not ringing, or so-and-so's being loud, or whatever my problems are. It's because of something someone else is doing. It's not because of what I can do to make it better. The winner always shuts up about what everybody else is doing, and they do better themselves. They don't blame everybody else. And if you have somebody in your life that you're talking to and they're encouraging you to blame other people, that's not good. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. I'm not saying that there aren't outside factors that have control, but the number one factor to being a winner is what you do with your time, okay? So the third thing for an office, and this is having a winning mindset in an office, there could be a whole separate video on just like, an individual person. But in an office, another thing that I want to hit on is do not spread your problems throughout the office, okay? This could be like gossiping or having like a problem with somebody else or something that's going on, or a system or a process or anything like that, and going around and telling everybody about it. Because one of the things that does that really pisses me off is that person that's listening to you, they're not getting paid to listen to your problems. That's not what they're there for. They're getting paid to write business, help aid in writing business, serve the customer base, answer the phones, all these other things. And if they're listening to you talk about problems, that's not helpful. And it's not helpful to you either as an individual. It's not. It doesn't help to go and have somebody. Everybody needs a confidant. Mine would be my wife. I tell her stuff. She's like my vault of crap. She knows everything about you. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. But she's my vault to kind of have that ventilation system. But I wouldn't want to go around and like vent like, oh, Stark's making me mad, I'm going to tell Stephen about it. And Rob's making me mad, I'm going to tell Mallory about it. Because not only does it not help them, doesn't help you to vent it, and you're both wasting time that you could be putting to something that makes more sense for you to improve yourself. It's a complete suck from the whole mission at hand. And I mean, you'd have that kind of stuff happen when I was in the Marine Corps too. You know, I mean, just imagine like when the job is a bigger, you know, deal that seems like a more impactful or serious concept, and you have people that are wasting their time doing that rather than, you know, making sure a freaking plane doesn't fall out of the sky or whatever. So for us in here in an office, these are the three things that I was trying to think about working on. You know, I want to be the guy that all problems can flow through, because I don't care. I'm like a stress tank for it. And if it's a problem that can actually be solved within the office, I'm the one person that can actually do something about it. Everybody else is just going to be somebody that's going to tell me about it later on. And then what did you solve? You know, I mean, what did you solve really, other than wasting that other person's time, distracting them, and not really getting anywhere? So if you have any kind of issue like that, go through me. But the first two are completely on your own. Be honest with people. Be honest with yourself, because little bitty lies turn into big lies, and they don't help anybody. If you mess up on an application, tell me. If I'm mad at you about it, oh well, it's not a big deal. Tell me about it. I don't care. If you forgot to call somebody back or something, and it caused a big issue, and you need help with the issue, if you need help with the issue, tell me about it. I can point you in the right direction. Sometimes I'm just going to tell you to, you know, go back and fix it yourself. Figure it out. Originally, like the way we would do stuff, if something like that cost somebody money, that agent had to pay for it. So we've kind of gotten away from that kind of stuff. But exploring internal factors, it just comes down to, you know, if you're not getting the result that you want, figure out what you can do. And if there's something that's happening that's completely outside your control, come to me about it. We'll talk about it, and we'll get that football towards the end zone. But there's nobody else that you're going to talk to that's going to make that happen faster. You know what I mean? So, you know, I just feel like this is what I wanted to talk about this morning, because I think that's an issue, or it can be an issue, and I want, you know, to make sure that we have it's known that everybody in here is on my team, and I really love all you guys. You know, I like care about this office a lot. I think that it's known. I have a personality that doesn't have a lot of it's very logic minded. So empathy is not like this thing that like just bleeds from every word that I say, but I genuinely care about all of you guys and want what's best for the office and each individual person. And so there's in no way that any of you will ever have a problem that when you bring it to me, I'm not going to try to make the best outcome for you and for me together. So, you know what I mean? Like complete open door policy on everything. But remember, be honest with yourself and everybody in here and explore internal factors on everything that you can, and that'll take care of 90%. You ever worked somewhere where there's an IT guy and you have a computer that breaks and the IT guy says, "Did you try restarting it?" Well, this is a restart. Every problem you have, before you come to anybody, explore what can I do to make it better. Am I being honest? If I'm not being honest, then I can quit freaking lying, and then, you know, that could be an internal factor you're correcting right there. But once you get past those two things, you know, if it's still an issue, come to me about it. I don't want anybody else being like impacting another person. I'm not gonna, you know, I know that I can seem like hard to talk to, maybe, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it depends on the person. But when I'm not ever going to, you know, even if I'm speaking firmly or like you need to do this, or I'm correcting you, it's not because I'm mad at you or I hate you or anything like that, or I'm going to fire you. I just, when I have that honesty, it's something that I can correct, we can fix, and we can work towards a goal. And when I know it, I'm normally the one that can fix it. Little bitty technical things like, hey, what enrollment period do I use this if I'm not available? Of course, other people in here that might be able to help with that kind of stuff. But, once it gets to a big thing, don't think that there's like a backdoor way to, making the actual change and making, benefiting yourself, the office, and the whole mission at hand. Because my mission here is to grow. A lot of people somebody asked me this morning, what's the end result of the Medicare Gurus group? What's the end result of your office? Where you want to go? I want to grow. I want to grow. I want to write more business, want to help more Medicare beneficiaries, want to help more agents. There isn't like some end result that we're working towards. It's just doing better for everybody in here, everybody out there that works with us, and all of our clients. That's what we want, and along the way we find people that are toxic and we don't want to work with. But for the most part, we just want to do better and better and better. So, I think that this is right now in here, and maybe many people that watch, these videos can look at it too. You can look up, there's some videos on YouTube called, I can't remember what the word was, but it's lying to yourself, people that lie to themselves. So when I say be honest, it's not even just be honest with everybody, be honest with yourself. A lot of people will lie to themselves, like little things, like I only had 1,000 calories today, but like they really went and added it up, they had more. Or just little things, but they add up to big, lies that they're telling themselves, and they really turn out to be cop-outs, where they're copping out of, having to deal with the fact that their shortcomings are due to laziness or a weak willpower, or all these different things that they could control if they're honest with themselves. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah. So that's all I got this morning, but that's what's on my mind, and I hope that it gets us in the right headspace so we can all rise to the top and do better and better and better. And I think you guys are all on the right team. So that's all I got. I appreciate y'all.